Welcome to the Performance Objects recording of an employee setting goals in the Performance Objects system. The first thing we see is the Performance Objects landing page. This is where employees of Alberta Innovates would log into the Performance Objects system to access their tasks and their workspace. You guys could put a nice Alberta Innovates logo here, as well as create some individual branding content that you want to have on your landing page. Individuals and employees and managers will log in using their work email and a password that is generated to them. Once they log into the system, they can change that password to anything they want. We're going to go ahead and log into the system. For today's example, we are being Kim, and she's an employee of Alberta Innovates. We can clearly see in the workspace that Kim's name and title, job description, is up in the upper left-hand corner. We know who her supervisor is, and we know which department she works for. The other things we notice within the workspace are her task lists and any active processes that she is currently a part of. Kim's first tasks in the 2013 performance review cycle is to set her goals for the year. So Kim clearly can see that she has a task waiting for her, asking her to set her objectives. All she has to do is simply move her mouse over to the clickable link and open it. Kim now arrives at the actual goal setting page. Again, this is just an example of the types of questions and the types of categories that you could include as part of your goal setting, but it gives you a general idea of the types of things that you could do. So here we see that Kim has two categories of goals that she's being asked to set up for herself for the year. She's got an organizational goals category and an area around professional development. We also notice a couple of buttons across the top. Again, these are different options that you could choose to include, but you can have something like suggested initiatives, which might be overarching goals or objectives that Alberta Innovates has across the board that you want all employees to either include as part of their development plan or build their own sort of sub-goals around the strategic overarching goals. So again, Kim could make selections from these suggested initiatives and include them in her plan. She could also review her supervisor's objectives. Her supervisor, Anne-Marie, has objectives for herself, and maybe Kim would like to include one of her manager's goals as part of her plan. We're actually going to go ahead and pick a manager goal. What we can see is that actually now populates as her first goal, and Kim is being asked to now modify that and include her own information about this goal. So we are just going to put some X's for the purpose of today's demonstration, just to differentiate some language here. All text boxes within the Performance Objects system have spell check functionality, as well as no caricature limit, so Kim can put as much writing as she wants. She's just going to go ahead and hit save when she's finished completing the objective. So Kim may want to add one or two of her own objectives to her plan. So she's going to click the Add an Initiative link, and she's going to go ahead and enter some content. Again, for today's purposes, I'll just put X's, but she's going to go ahead and outline some goals for herself that she has for this year. When she's completed each goal, she just simply hits save, and we start to see the goals populate one under another. She can add a third final goal, again with content and a target date. These are just, again, suggested boxes that I've included for today's demo, but of course you guys would include anything that you want. Once Kim feels good about the actual organizational goals she has set out for herself, she also has an opportunity to move down to the professional development section where she can answer some questions around perhaps her long-term goals and her short-term goals. She's going to go ahead and share this. And what we can now see is an actual plan outlined for Kim. Kim feels really good about the goals she set out for herself, and she's ready to now share this with her supervisor. What this will do is automatically send an email to Anne-Marie Cote, her manager, letting Anne-Marie know that one of her direct reports has gone ahead and completed her goals for the year, and that she, as the manager, it is now her opportunity to log into the system and view her goals. We're going to go ahead and hit share with supervisor. It's just going to confirm that that's what I want to do. And nice and easy, letting me know my performance plan will now be reviewed by my supervisor. We have now logged in as Anne-Marie Cote, which is Kim's manager. So Anne-Marie got that nice email letting her know she's got a task. And as we can see, Anne-Marie's got a little bit of a busier workspace because she's got several people who report to her. But the one that we're looking at today is to review and commit Kim's plan. As a manager, Anne-Marie now has an opportunity to see what Kim has set out for herself, and she has a couple of things that she can do. Perhaps as a manager, she has an additional initiative that she thinks maybe Kim forgot to add, so she would like to include. So as a manager, she can come in here and add an additional fourth goal. Okay, and when she's ready to save that goal, she's going to go ahead and save. And what we're going to see is that the system actually populates that goal in a different color, making it really easy on the eyes to see that there has in fact been a change made. Everything throughout the performance object system is both time dated and stamped, so it's a real clear log as to who has been touching the system. As a manager, she might think that this is a great goal, but that she has an additional comment she would like to make. Perhaps it's a suggestion that Kim could join a certain committee in order to help her achieve this goal. So this is a manager added comment. And she's going to go ahead and share that with Kim. Again, the goal is going to now have changed from green, or actually we can now see that the added comment was by Anne-Marie. If, as a manager, she feels that there needs to be some changes to a goal, she can click the Modify Initiative Goal, and she can make an actual change. When she hits Save, the goal will have automatically turned yellow, letting us know that a change has been made to that goal, and again, the last time dated stamp is by the manager. Once Anne-Marie feels that this is now a great plan for Kim, she's added her suggestions and notes, she's going to go ahead and commit this plan, meaning that the plan is now going to be committed for the next 12 months, where both the employee and manager can continue throughout the year, logging in and making notes on the goals and objectives as they both work towards achieving them. What it's showing us is that the date to start this review will be a year from today, letting me know I have 12 months to now complete these goals. And that's it. That is the goal setting section of